EOM Business Network. So much for one broadcast.
Hello everyone, it's a beautiful day to you and thank you very much for joining us. You're watching the EOM Business Network, indeed the voice of corporate Nigeria. I am Olorogo Elkanah Mowari. Today on the program, as always, our focus is on the Nigerian economy. We shall be speaking with select industry operators about their businesses, the operating environment, and other related issues. Also on the lineup is Let's Talk, and our focus is on Permadex Global Integrated Services Limited, a renowned multifaceted group of companies in Nigeria, and GTF Home Care Services Limited. On Spot On, we shall continue our close-up with a quintessential gentleman, certified financial advisor, astute entrepreneurial expert, and industry captain, Kamsi Okafor, who is the founder, chairman, managing director, and chief executive officer of TransAlliance Group, a frontline global standard diversified conglomerate in Africa and one of the most distinguished CEOs in 2024. And on the face-to-face is an experienced banker, business strategist, resilient entrepreneur, certified fintech expert, and industry captain, Idoka Idoko, who is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Ojire Prime Financial Services Limited, a world-class customer-focused banking solutions provider in Africa, and indeed one of the award winners of the most distinguished CEOs in 2024. It's a package you can't afford to miss. Stay with us. Olatunji Dare James, an experienced builder, certified architect, astute entrepreneur, and industry captain, is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Arcpoint Design and Structure Limited.
It takes tenacity and it takes courage, because most especially there's a lot of discouragement in the society, and people always thinking, because of the factors in the sector, the government policy, the society policy, some other policy arising. I think it just takes courage. It takes to think fast, to do something different than every other people, the way they do it, and to see the business that you want to do it in different angles, so that you check the way they are doing it for past 20 years, 10 years, all those stuff, so that you sit down and think about, okay, how can I come to the labor market? How can I do this? By doing that, you can be able to come out in excellent performance. Arcpoint is an architectural and building construction firm, and we build residential and commercial to our clients, and we build for developers and individual clients also. Okay, the vision and mission of Arcpoint is to design a small-scale housings, affordable units for our clients, so that the medium scale and the low or earner people, they can be able to afford the small scale houses. That is our vision. And our vision is to be one of the best architectural firm and building construction in the society, and to make an impact in people's lives. We have been existing for over 10 years, and we have built more than 500 units, both commercial and residential, most especially real estate developers in Lekki Azit, Ajah, Ikoyi. We have built more than 500 houses. I think our past projects, we have about 25 units of 4-bedroom semi-detached and a 5-bedroom detached house at Lekki County. Our second project, we have terraces, 4-bedroom terraces with BQ along Orchard. That one is about 100 units, and it fully booked and it fully occupied. And we have another project going on at Farm Estate along Lekki Expressway towards Shogutedo side. We have 8 units, and we have another project going on presently now at Ikate 6 units of duplexes, 4-bedroom and 5-bedroom, that is going up presently now.
Victoria Oladejo, a certified home care services manager, great team player, and notable industry operator, is the general manager of JTF Home Care Services Limited, a notable therapeutic care solutions provider in Nigeria.
A business environment like Nigeria is a very competitive one at that, and through consistency and strategic planning, one can achieve anything in life. UTF Home Care Services is an home care agency that was established in August 2022. We established it to bridge the gap between recuperating patients that needs aftercare services and also old people, elderly ones that do not have access to their kids or their relatives around. We intend to bridge the gap between them to care for them and look after them. The vision and mission of DTF Home Care Services is quite straightforward because we intend to give good potentials to old people. We aim at caring for them. We aim at giving them the best quality therapeutic care that they so deserve in every areas of their life. Yes, so far with our outreach and all of that thing that we've been engaging ourselves in, I think we've been achieving that. At GTF Home Care Services, we offer geriatrics care and therapeutic care. Geriatrics care in the sense that we take care of old people and recuperating patients. We have our trained caregivers and registered nurses to work with us as the case may be. They provide medication reminder services, meal preparation, bathing and dressing, physiotherapy, and lots more. Caregiving business in Nigeria so far, we can see that it's not really a prominent one because a lot of people don't have the idea of what we're doing, and we can see that it's coming up, and we hope that very soon everyone will recognize and know the impact of caregivers and nurses in the life of their old people and their loved ones. Our ideal client at DTF Home Care Services, since we work with old people, it is quite streamlined to old people and recuperating patients majorly. We hope that very soon everyone would tend to understand our line of business, and also we hope that we'll be able to have an old people's home that people can bring in their loved ones to entrust our care. Yeah, taxes and tariff over the time, I think is a whole lot actually. Everybody is facing it, both large scale and small scale businesses. And I think lately the government of the day, the current administration, I think they are working on it. The government, they created a committee to help reduce taxes and also remove some irrelevant taxes. So far, I think so. And we hope that we'll get a positive response from them very soon. From our inception, GTF Home Care Services has embarked in a lot of corporate social responsibilities across Nigeria. Firstly, we visited some churches for medical outreach. We offered free medical outreach to the church members during the 3 services at Our Lady Queen of Apostle, a Catholic church around the Lupeji here. And also we visited St. Nicholas Hospital, which is our major partner hospital, whereby we shared some gifts to the patients and the nurses on Valentine's Day.
Dr. Bernard Adedoto Omoyeni is the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Permadex Global Integrated Services Limited, one of the fastest growing multidisciplinary companies in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024.
As a company that is a global brand, we understand the place of corporate social responsibility. So we have some programs in place that enables us to do this. One of the programs is that we partner with some NGOs to provide support, educational support, to offer scholarship. One of them is the Julius Omoyeni Foundation for Education and Development, which provide annual scholarship and which we play a major role in providing our funds to them. Again, of course, we look at some social interventions during the COVID-19, for instance, where you have to provide food stores, some materials to some communities to support what they have. And again, of course, as a company, our trust also is to empower people. Even though you may think, oh, employment, yes, we have our suppliers in the value chain, which we extend our arms to. We see that as an arm of our corporate social responsibility. So because the list is quite huge of people that we deal with. So, but as we grow, we have that template of being able to give back to the society. Agricultural development in Nigeria has been slow, if I want to put it that way, compared to the potential that we have as a nation. Nigeria as a nation is blessed with vast, fertile land that can produce food crops, cash crops that can feed the nations of the world. And so we have enormous potential to earn foreign income from agricultural production. But unfortunately, our focus on agro development has been below expectation as a country. And so that's why you see cases of food scarcity, food insecurity, see cases of high cost of food product because we do not invest much in agriculture. So I won't rate agricultural production in Nigeria to have attained the level it should have attained given the potential that are given to us by God. There was a time I was in Israel and I saw the production and I was marveled given the kind of climate. They were able to produce food for export. They have to build greenhouses to grow crops. But here, everything is ready, but it's just that we're not giving the right attention. And so we are lacking and lagging behind. You agree with me, power is a key factor of production. So our experience in Nigeria, that the required megawatts, we are below what we ought to generate. There was a time we were told we had 4,000 megawatts. There was a time we were told 5,000, we were struggling. And our target was all about 12 as a nation, whereas other nations have gone beyond what we are looking at. So we are left with a situation whereby power supply is grossly inadequate to meet the needs of the industry. And so where you don't have power, what that translates to that you are going to incur more cost to provide power to run your business. The cost of diesel, the cost of the generator you are going to use to maintain it. And so that will translate to cost of goods and services. So power inadequacy is a major and key factor that has been affecting production in Nigeria and contributing to the cost of goods and services. Our reaction is an affirmative. As a matter of fact, One of the greatest challenges we have is about taxation. Multiple taxation, yes, that is the reality. I was listening to some tax consultants recently, and they advocated that we do not need to increase the number of taxes. We only need to aggregate the taxes.
Kamsi or Kafo, a quintessential gentleman, certified financial advisor, astute entrepreneurial expert, and industry captain, is the founder, chairman, group managing director, and chief executive officer of TransAlliance Group of Companies, one of the fastest growing world-class diversified conglomerates in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024.
The capital market in Nigeria has experienced significant growth and maturity over the last few years, especially since 1999. I mean, the capitalization, the capital market capitalization in comparison to the national GDP in 1999 was about 8.7% of the GDP, the capitalization, but now it stands at over 13%, even with the increased GDP over the last 25 years. The capitalization ratio to the GDP has also increased significantly. More businesses and entities are confident in the capital market. More businesses and participants have understood the need to participate in the Nigerian capital market. It has served as a lucrative platform or market for capital gains and capital access. So there's been a lot of maturing in the last few years. You can even see in recent months about 5 major Nigerian banks have achieved a market capitalization of over ₦1 trillion in the last few weeks and months. That's something that we've never had in the past. And you have more foreign portfolio investors participating in the Nigerian capital market now than ever before. So there's been a lot of maturing in the Nigerian capital market, and you can see that playing out in the valuation of companies listed on the capital market and the number of participants we currently have in the market, as opposed to what we had 10 to 20 years ago. As a Nigerian and as a business person, in order to thrive, we have to be pragmatic, right? And here in our office, we've had to adopt alternative sources of power, including solar and inverter systems to ensure we have consistent power supply. And on the national level, just like we're also doing as an organization, we have to diversify our portfolio or array of alternative power sources. Diversify beyond hydropower and gas as our primary source of power to include more renewable and sustainable sources of power. So I think as a nation that is intentional about growth and development, we need to intensify our focus on diversifying our array of alternative power supply. Well, my take, the anger being displayed by Nigerians over the current state of inflation, is valid, is justifiable, because inflation translates to reduced purchasing power.
TransAlliance Welcome to our world. We are a diversified multidisciplinary group of companies delivering world-class bespoke quality solutions with a view to bringing together expertise from various business sectors to better harness the power and potential of the various sectors through problem-solving techniques, synergy, and a clear-cut strategy. Trans Alliance Group. Call us.
Ojeri Prime app just got better. Guess what? There is more money to go around because why not? You can now earn up to 22% interest when you save with our boxes, and there is a box for everyone. Payments for your TV, data, electricity bills can now be done seamlessly from the Ojeri Prime application at no extra cost. Customer experience is more personalized. An account manager is assigned to you and you're just a dial away from them. Better security measures have also been put in place to ensure the safety of your money and personal information. Tired of fighting with your bank on payday? We have something for you. We have a customizable template on the app you can share with your HR to make Ojeri Prime a salary account. What are you waiting for? Update your app today to start enjoying the specs, or download the Ojeri Prime application on App Store or Play Store if you're yet.
Idoka Idoko, an experienced banker, business strategist, resilient entrepreneur, certified fintech expert, and industry captain, is the founder, managing director, and chief executive officer of Ojeri Prime Financial Services Limited, a world-class customer-focused banking solutions provider in Nigeria, and indeed one of the most distinguished CEOs to look up to in 2024.
First and foremost, building in Africa is tough. Then building in Nigeria is very tough, right? But I think it boils down to tenacity, right? And the very thing that we complain about, it's the very thing that's made us strong. We complain about the economy, we complain about things not going right, we complain everything we complain about. The end is it builds some sort of tenacity in us, right, that we have no option but to just keep forging forward. So it's more of a story of you can't go backward, you just have to find a way to make it happen, right? So that's it for me. We have a very interesting history that dates back to 2016, where we started as an e-commerce business, selling groceries, rice, beans, tomato, and the rest online. And it was from a faulty Samsung tab. I literally had no knowledge about technology. I was born and raised in the ancient city of Kano, right? And I was very active in commodity, right? Things went bad, needed to get myself together and hit the ground all afresh again. But I knew I needed to leverage technology to fix something in that space. And felt, okay, let's just get started from where we are. It was this faulty tab, and we struggled through to just build it was a WordPress site, right? Built it and hit the ground. But 1 year into business, by 2017, we noticed 96% of payments were made via bank transfers as opposed to making payment via cards, right? We reached out to those users. We had just 56 regular customers that shop from us on a monthly basis. Reached out to them and asked why they chose this line of payment. And the response was, hey, there was so much around cyber fraud, people complaining of hacking into their account and all that then. So there was this fear of people exposing their card details online. And I think for us, we were privileged enough to get all 56 customers respond to that mail. And the response was, hey, sorry, we cannot expose our card details. And as an entrepreneur, it was a case of the customer pointing us in a direction that we needed to innovate towards. And that was how the idea of a prepaid card came into play. We didn't even know we're going into fintech. I still recall clearly. The whole goal then was to get 100 cards and produce 100 cards, get 56 cards to our existing users of the e-commerce business, then use the remaining 44 cards as an acquisition strategy for new users for the site. But between 2018 Social Media Week, we launched, and 2019, we had moved up to 40,000 users of this card. Now we looked at 40,000 users of this card within a very short time. There was interesting data points among these users. They were largely millennials stroke Gen Zs, and we innovated into those cards with the mindset of boosting our e-commerce business. But again, we noticed 40,000 people bought this card from us and didn't care about our e-commerce business, right? We took a further deep dive into what was the use case of those cards. It was budgetary control, utility expense, daily savings, right? So we realized it meant different things for different persons. This was the point it dawned on us that we're playing in this interesting sector called fintech. And because we were coming from zero, we had nothing to lose. We had our backs on the ground already. It was more of an interesting journey of just keep building as you go. But by 2019, it became obvious that we're playing in fintech and we needed to pivot into digital banking, right? 2020, we made our full entrance into digital banking via our investment in Solid Alliance Microfinance Bank, which sort of gave us a step into the regulated space. And I think that was literally the beginning of the whole journey for us. 2022, we launched our mobile app. Same year, we raised $1.240 million. And we raised these funds from local investors, right? And not just local investors, there were 60-70% of our investors were our customers, right? That had been on this journey with us, and it's been from one step to the other since then.
This is Anita. You're probably wondering why she's so happy. You see, unlike most people, Anita is living the best of her life despite all the challenges she's going through. You're probably wondering how, right? Well, you see, Anita belongs to a family she can trust with her money. A family she relies on for no-charge transactions. So tell me, if you were Anita, how would you feel? Be like Anita. Join the family now. Ojiri Prime, the bank you'll be proud to call family.
People say fintech, and usually it refers to most of all the things we provide.
So the era of competition.
So every household right now has.
And that's about it on today's package of the EOM Business Network. Thank you very much for spending your valued time with us. We do not take it for granted. We only hope it was worth your while. Our deep gratitude to our sponsors for your continued interest and support. Always remember, with you and us, we are champs. Always join us on any of our other feedback portals, as you can see on the screen. I remain Olorogo Elkanah Moware. See you same time, same channel next week.